Welcome to BSc Statistics students. In this lesson, I explain limiting form of gamma distribution. That is, as the parameter lambda tends to infinity, gamma distribution tends to normal distribution. This is what the statement of this particular limiting form or limiting case of gamma distribution. For large values of lambda, that is lambda tends to infinity, as lambda tends to infinity, gamma distribution tends to a normal distribution. That is the statement. Now, proof of this particular statement of this particular limiting form. So, for example, if x follows a gamma distribution with parameter lambda, then the moment generating function of gamma distribution is mxt is equal to 1 minus t whole power minus lambda. Okay, and now we consider standard gamma variate. If you remember, if you recollect, many of the limiting forms to the normal distribution, a distribution tends to a normal distribution, we consider in this same format. First, we consider standard gamma variate z is equal to x minus, the formula is mean divided by standard deviation. What is the mean of the gamma distribution? Lambda. What is the standard deviation? Root lambda, because variance is also lambda, square root of variance, square root of lambda, right? So this is what standard gamma variate. So for which now we have to consider the moment generating function. You see here I am considering the moment generating function mzt is equivalent to be expectation of e power tz. So it is equivalent to be expectation of e power t into what is that? X minus lambda by root lambda. This is what the moment generating function we have to consider for standard gamma variate. This is standard gamma variate. So still you consider and do further and expand expectation of e power tx by root lambda and e power minus t lambda by root lambda. So we can take e power minus t lambda by root lambda outside of expectation, since expectation of a into x is equal to expectation of ax. This is what t lambda root lambda does not depend on the expectation, we can take it outside. So t lambda root lambda does not depend on the expectation, we can take it outside. So therefore, now I write the moment generating function, it is equivalent to be e power e minus t lambda by root lambda multiplied by expectation of e power tx by root lambda, right? So we can cancel out root lambda times lambda. So therefore it is equivalent to be e power minus t root lambda, here lambda, here root lambda in the denominator. So root lambda times lambda. So therefore it is e power minus t root lambda multiplied by, this is what mx moment generating function, mx t by root lambda, mx t by root lambda, that is mcxt is equal to mxct in that form. So mx t by root lambda, t by root lambda, in the place of t we have t by root lambda. Now what is this? It is a moment generating function of x. What is x? X is a gamma variate. So x distribution is gamma distribution. So its moment generating function is 1 minus t by t whole power minus lambda. That is, it is equivalent to be e power minus t root lambda multiplied by, this is 1 minus t the whole power 1 minus t, in the place of t we have t by root lambda, 1 minus t by root lambda whole power minus lambda. This is what the moment generating function of standard gamma variate. It is this, mzt is equal to e power minus t root lambda into 1 minus t by root lambda whole power minus lambda. Now consider logarithms on both sides, what you will get, what you will get the value. Log mzt is equivalent to be logarithm of this log e power x log a into b, log a plus log b. That is here two terms, log e power x, that is minus t root lambda, plus log a plus log b, the log a b, log a, this is log a, this is log b, log a, log e power x minus, because power, in the power we have minus lambda into log 1 minus t by root lambda. This is what the second term. This is log b. Again, in the log b, we have some log x power y log x minus lambda log 1 minus t by root lambda. So now I am applying, it is equivalent to be minus t into root lambda minus, here I am applying the formula minus log 1 minus x, that is plus lambda into, now you see, you observe the values here, plus lambda into minus of log 1 minus x. What is the formula? X plus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 plus and so on. What is x? T by root lambda. So therefore t by root lambda plus t square by root lambda whole square, lambda divided by 2, t x square by 2, that is plus t cube divided by lambda power 3 by 2, root lambda whole cube, lambda power 3 by 2 multiplied by 3 plus and so on. Right, I am writing and so on because there are many steps like t power 4, t power 5, etc. Now this is what log mzt, right, in which you see here this is minus t root lambda, lambda divided by root lambda times, therefore root lambda into t. So this term will get cancelled. If you multiply with lambda, remember, lambda multiplied by this and this is going to be cancelled. It is minus, this is plus. And then is equal to lambda cancel and t square by 2, next term. Plus, next term, lambda by lambda power 3 by 2, t into t cube by 3, leave it. Lambda by lambda power 3 by 2, that is lambda power 1 by 2. Next term, lambda power 4 by 2, that is lambda power 1, that is 2 by 2. Next one, lambda power 3 by 2. Next one, lambda power 4 by 2, etc. If you multiply with lambda. Then I am writing all the terms in the order of lambda power minus 1 by 2. What is this? This is nothing but the term order of lambda power minus 1 by 2 is the terms containing powers of lambda are 1 by 2 and more in the denominator. In the denominator lambda power 1 by 2, in the numerator lambda power minus 1 by 2. So lambda order of lambda power minus 1 by 2 are the terms which containing powers of the lambda are 1 by 2 and more. Powers of the lambda are 1 by 2 and more. So why we are writing this? Because by applying limit lambda tends to infinity, 1 by lambda tends to always 0. Whether it is lambda power 1 by 2 or lambda power 2 by 2 or lambda power 3 by 2, etc., all the terms becomes 0. If you apply limits, for example, like limits lambda tends to infinity, 1 by lambda tends to, it is equivalent to 0. That is what we are writing, whether it is lambda power 1 by 2 or 2 by 2, 3 by 2, etc. This is what nothing but all the powers of lambda are 1 by 2 and more. Right? So therefore, here I am stopping. Right? Then log mzt. Now you consider limits. Lambda tends to infinity. Apply limits. Therefore, limits lambda tends to infinity. Log mzt, the moment generating function of standard gamma distribution, standard gamma variate, right? It is equivalent to be t square by 2. There is no lambda in t square by 2, so it is a constant with respect to lambda. If you apply limits lambda plus this is 0, because if you are we are applying limits as lambda tends to infinity. So all the terms order of lambda power minus 1 by 2 consists of all the terms of lambda in the denominator. So therefore, if you apply limit lambda tends to infinity like this, we get 0. So that is, therefore, this is a final answer. And now for which you have to make in a particular format from considering exponential on both sides, which is limit lambda tends to infinity e power log mzt, that is exponential e power on both sides is equal to e power t square by 2. This is 0. So therefore, e power log x is limit lambda tends to infinity. This is mzt. E power log x is equal to e power t square by 2. What is this? This is moment generating function of standard gamma distribution. This is lambda tends to infinity limits. So as lambda tends to infinity, the moment generating function of standard gamma distribution or standard gamma variate is nothing but e power t square by 2. What is e power t square by 2? It is moment generating function of standard normal distribution. Standard normal distribution. Standard normal distribution. So therefore, you see, this is now by applying the uniqueness theorem of moment generating functions, these two moment generating functions are equal. That is, moment generating function of standard gamma distribution is e power t square by 2, and e power t square by 2 is the moment generating function of standard normal distribution. Therefore, this becomes the standard normal distribution. What is this? Standard gamma distribution becomes a standard normal distribution under the condition that lambda tends to infinity. So as lambda tends to infinity, now we can apply gamma distribution. It tends to a normal distribution. By uniqueness theorem, we can state that normal distribution as lambda tends to infinity, gamma distribution tends to a normal distribution. So as lambda tends to infinity, now we can state that gamma distribution which tends to normal distribution. This is what the limiting case or limiting form of the gamma distribution. Hope you understand. Thank you.